Hey Preceptors, welcome to week 13 of the semester. So sorry, I know it's been a while. I've been super busy with mid-semester evaluations, site visits, and getting the second years off with their interviews for clinical immersion, so things have been busy, so I haven't been able to do an update in a while, but I didn't forget, so I am here. So first, mid-semester evaluations. Thank you. I got all of those in on time, and they were really great. And it seems like our students are doing a really good job. But obviously, room for improvement, which is exactly like what we want to see. So it sounds like they're doing really good. So thank you for that, and also thank you for helping me organize the clinical site visits. It was great to come out and see you guys, and visit the site and see the students and you guys interact. It just makes me really happy and pleased and blessed to kind of see you guys in your environments and just to see that things are going so well. And so it makes me very appreciative to have you on board and have you guys part of our program, because without you, what we do in the classroom wouldn't be enough for our students to get a well-rounded education. So thank you for being great preceptors and providing good clinical education. So courses, so breakdown. First year students, they've finished the lower extremity evaluation completely. They have moved on to the shoulder, so they're progressing nicely. They also did some head and neck stuff in their integrative class, and they were going to be kind of focusing on preparing for their unconscious down competency. So what do they do when someone goes completely down and they are unconscious, and how do they respond? In modalities or therapeutics, we've completely finished electrotherapy, so they know ultrasound, e-stim, diathermy, laser, light. So something that would be great to kind of see how they are with that is to have them kind of summarize, so what does the effectiveness say for these modalities? Or maybe if you've never really been exposed to certain modalities, such as diathermy or laser, light, having a conversation with them so that they can provide some insight onto those things would be a great way to collaborate and share. For second years, in their organization and administration class, they've been looking at policies and procedures, the importance of them, and how that tied to legal concerns and even ethical issues that you might deal with within the profession. They've also been focusing on doing advocacy or being an advocate for the profession. So they might come to you with, what's the situation you've had to deal with, or how do you handle this, or we talked about this in class, what do you think about this? So don't be surprised if they come to you with some of those questions. And evidence-based practice, we're appraising evidence, so using the Oxford Center of Evidence-Based Medicine scale and SORT and all of those things to go ahead and kind of read our studies and then go ahead and appraise them. And then we just finished manual therapies and integratives, so doing things like facet dysfunctions or sacral torsions and doing some of those things, which the students have been really, really enjoyed, and I think they are looking forward to implementing those things. Competencies, first years are working on the unconscious down like I already talked about. Second years are pretty much done. I have a couple students that still need to do their general medical equipment like auscultations and percussions, but other than that, majority of them are done. In general, our students will be gearing up for their praxis. So our praxis are the practical exam that they have at the end of the semester. They have one at the end of every semester, and that can be on anything, all encompassing. And that's to really go ahead and prepare them for the culminating events of this whole entire degree and process, and for us to make sure that they're reviewing material and that they're learning over time and they're refining concepts. So most of them will probably start talking about being nervous or preparing for their praxis. So you might kind of hear that terminology going around. So with that said, end of the semester is quickly upon us. So there's going to be a lot of due dates, exams, projects, things coming up. And so students are probably going to be a little bit more stressed and on high alert during that time. And so so just understanding that they'll be going through that. And I think when our preceptors are understanding and accommodating within reason, that really kind of helps alleviate a lot of that stress that student has. So don't be surprised if you kind of see your student stressed out, or they might actually reach out to you for some assistance, because as that semester ends, all that's piling up. So what does that mean for you guys? Last day of clinicals is December 9th. Students are not expected to go to their clinical rotations during final exam week. So that's why the last day is on that Monday, the 9th. And then for you guys, evaluations for end of the semester will also be due on the 9th. So that'll be exactly like mid-semester evaluations. You'll get an email next week. You'll have 2 weeks to complete it. You and the student will sit down and talk and discuss it face to face, and then you will be done. The only difference this year is now this, or at the end of the semester, is that the student will have to do a total of 3 evaluations. The student will do their self, but then they will also evaluate you, and they will also evaluate the clinical site. So you guys will also be able to sit down and look and examine those, and so that way you can get some feedback too from the student, because you've been doing a great job of giving them feedback all semester. So now it's their opportunity to do that for you. And I guess that's kind of it. Learning tip, I know I usually give one. I decided I wouldn't give something that's super specific. I think really just the learning tip that I wanted to offer today was just to be empathetic and encouraging. So we're at the end of the semester. A lot of them are starting to stress out and see the due dates, and they're struggling with that. And what I've noticed in those times, me as a person, but also for my preceptors, if our preceptors are empathetic and they're understanding, but then they're also offering them encouragement, saying, I've been there, I got through it, you can do it, or things like that, or helping them put together a plan to maybe tackle the end of the semester. What do you have to do? How can I help and facilitate that? Is really what's going to help get the students through this really, really rough part of the semester. So no specific teaching technique or anything like that. It's just to kind of maybe just understand where they're at, offer help and assessment, and encourage them when they need it. Because as we all know, when someone's there for us, it makes us kind of feel like we can take a little bit more on, or that we're a little bit more capable than we thought we were. So if you could offer that to them, that would be great. As usual, any questions, just let me know. Thanks.